let's get this show on the road. So, what were you thinking, network or home turf? Oh, super. How many people are playing? Great. Player 1, I need you to type your name. Nicely done. Let's move on. Now, player 2, your turn. And I promise I won't laugh. Great, got it. And player 3, what's your name? Alright, that'll do it. Now, do any of you 3 need to hear instructions? Brilliant, brilliant! Y'all know what to do. Well, I hope you don't choose that guy who looks like a shotgun.
Player 1, choose your alter ego. Player 2, choose your alter ego. Player 3, choose your alter ego.
Where high culture and pop culture collide.
Welcome to the Kitsch episode, where we'll be exploring all that crap you keep around your house. I guess we could call it the crap episode, but I don't want to confuse anybody. Hello there, and a warm welcome to each and every one of you 3. Listen, I hope you brought some illegal weapons, because this is going to turn into a free-for-all. Wow, 3 screws at the same time. Where's my camera? Okay, put down the instruction manual. It's time to get started. Buzz in and lock on to the highest value you can. Let's have a look at this question's value. 5250. I believe this one is called the Hypoallergenic Chia Pet. You know how chia pets have branched out, so now there's a chia head and a chia puppy and a tree and a family, and here's the deal. If you were an idiot, which of these chia cats would you think was defective because it wasn't growing any hair? Chia Sphinx, Chia Manx, Chia Burmese, or Chia Rex? Player 3, do it! Your Sphinx is basically a hairless cat, so it's not going to grow much hair/greenery. And there'd be you, waiting around for some hair to grow, not going out, not eating, your relationship's falling apart before your very eyes, and then you die and your hair wouldn't grow anymore. And that, my friends, is poetry. Buzz in for the amount. Okay, well, this question is worth exactly $32.50. This one's called Judas ate at Sizzler. All right, let's do it. Suppose Jesus decided to open a theme restaurant called TGI Gods. Based on events from Jesus' life, which of these would the restaurant not feature? A water for wine coupon deal, a Thursday night Last Supper special, an all-you-can-eat loaves and fishes buffet, or complimentary salad and manna from heaven. Player 2, go! Player 2, who's gonna get... Time to dance, Player 3, this one's yours. If you're looking for complimentary manna from heaven, you're going to have to go down the street to PJO Moses. Yep, at Moses' restaurant, it's all-you-can-eat breadsticks from heaven. The bad news is you gotta kill a lamb and smear its blood all over your table, or else the waiter kills your eldest son. Hey, Player 2, right back at you with that screw action. Value time. The reward for this one is $6,500. Well, if it isn't my old friend, fun with radiation. Well, speaking of high culture, how about that George Hamilton and his eternal quest for the perfect tan? Suppose you buy a Where in the World is George Hamilton coloring book. Which of these is an actual Crayola crayon that you could use to approximate George's rich tan? Snazzy Jazzy Sienna, Hunky Funky Hazel, Fuzzy Wuzzy Brown, or Hippy Dippy Chestnut? Player 1, do it! Yep, Fuzzy Wuzzy Brown is an actual Crayola color. So yeah, sure, you could describe George as brown, probably even wuzzy, but definitely not fuzzy. I mean, hair can't grow with that much radiation. How about a value? Oh yeah, I love to see this. $8,500. Hey, guess what I've got here?
It's time for
Let's run.
Okay, as soon as you've figured out what this gibberish phrase rhymes with, buzz in, because I'll be taking away some cash every second and a half. We're going to start this question out at $8,500. So, without getting too caught up in the punctuation, do you think you could tell me what phrase this rhymes with? Smut? Great! Player 2, go for it. Type in your answer and then hit return. How could there possibly be more to a 30-minute infomercial? Pick any amount. The reward for this question is $47.50. Shake hands with Tacky Souvenir Diseases. Hey, you know those t-shirts that say, my parents went to wherever and all I got was this lousy t-shirt? Oh, man. See if you can finish this one. My parents went to blank and all I got was the lousy Ebola virus. So how about it? Where'd they go? Zaire, Bangladesh, Costa Rica, or Australia? Take a shot, player 2. My close personal friend, the Ebola virus, was first discovered by humans in Zaire back in '76, and lucky for us, it's been popping up here and there ever since.
Welcome back, Mom and Dad. Oh, cool, you brought me back a monkey, too. Oh, look, he's scratching me already. Nice, monkey.
Pick a value. Let's see what this one comes to. $4,000. Get yourself ready for I Want the Tickle Me Chester A. Arthur doll. It's go time. Suppose you can't find any Garfield window suction toys, so you settle for a James Garfield toy instead. Considering Garfield's presidency, which of these will most likely happen? It'll be impeached and thrown out. It'll lose both legs in a car accident. It'll be replaced with a James Polk doll. Or it'll fall off the window after less than a year. All yours, player 1. Player 1, who do you want to screw? Player 2, looks like you're stuck with it. Jim Garfield was shot just 4 months into his presidency. So be sure to get yourself one of those hilarious signs that reads, Assassinated President on board. Well, like the man says, player 1, one good screw deserves another. Pick an amount. Looks like we got a hefty prize for this one. $15,000. Here we have parachute pants plus tuxedo t-shirt equals sex machine. Okay, be honest, who remembers when bolo ties were all the rage? Well, if instead of a bolo tie, you try to tie a plain old bolo around your neck, what will happen? You'll slice off your head, you'll be covered in fruit juice, you'll be clawed by a monkey, or you'll be strangled by a clown. Player 3, have it! Player 3, who's getting the pointy end? Player 2, you got no choice, give me an answer. A bolo is a single-edged machete.
Hey, Dad, will you help me tie this tie?
Why, of course, son. Why, say, that's odd. Get away from there, kitty.
Hey, Player 3, when you can't successfully screw someone else, you screw yourself. Grab a value. Here's what you can win on this one. $32.50. I'm calling this one Clap On, damn it! Last one in is a rotten egg. Suppose that when you clap to activate your clapper, you instead get the same result sumo wrestlers get when they clap before a match. Who will you clap on? Your spouse, your god, your enemies, or the Japanese emperor? It's all you, Player 3! Before each match, the wrestlers perform a ceremony in which they clap to wake up the gods.
Hey, honey, turn on the light.
Pick a value. And it's Player 2 with the top value this time. Player 1, Player 3, you might as well get comfortable while Player 2 gets into a dis or dat. The category for this dis or dat question is, there's a two-headed sucker born every minute. Okay, I'm about to rattle off 7 names, and for each one, you gotta tell me if they are someone from P.T. Barnum's Circus or someone from Howard Stern's show. As I read each one, if it's someone who was exploited by Barnum, press 1. If it's someone exploited by Howard Stern, press 2. And to skip it, press 4. You cash in for each one you get right, and you lose some cash for each one you get wrong or don't get to. Alright, I'm putting 30 seconds on the clock, and we're off. The Missing Link, P.T. Elephant Boy. Jojo, the dog-faced boy. Hank, the angry dwarf. Chang and Aang. Would Ye. Last one, Commodore Nut. That's all 7. You got 6 out of 7 right. That's nothing to shake a stick at. Let's look at your score. Nice shooting, Tex. Buzz in for your amount. Let's see what the total amount on this one is. $27.50. The category is My IROC Rocks. Let's go. Suppose you're speeding in your Chevy IROC and you get into an accident. What are the chances that your fuzzy dice will come up as double sixes at the accident site? About 3 in 100, about 10 in 100, about 15 in 100, or about 21 in 100? Player 1! Well, my bookie tells me there's a 2.78% chance of rolling double sixes. And those are some pretty steep odds. Although if you're driving an IROC, I'm sure you're no stranger to getting lucky in your car, huh? Yeah, loser. Choose an amount. Okay, this one's worth 4750. Allow me to introduce Follow the Bouncing Head. Hey, have you ever seen those dolls with the nodding heads? They just keep nodding their heads up and down. Yes, yes, yes. No matter what happens, they just keep nodding yes. Are you a nodding head doll? Yes. Are you a pickle? Yes. Can I eat you, pickle? Yes. Anyway. Which of these nodding head dolls would answer correctly when asked, were you involved with the Watergate scandal? A Janet Reno doll, a Clarence Thomas doll, a Hale Ehrlich doll, or a John Dean doll? Player 2, grab it! Hale Ehrlich, the fat guy who lives next door to me, was involved with Watergate? Player 1, Player 3, let's do something! Player 3! My close personal friend John Dean was Nixon's advisor and resigned during the Watergate scandal. Then again, the doll would say yes if you asked it if you could set it on fire and drop it from an 8-story building. So, you have to take what it says with a grain of salt. Go ahead and pick them out. Here's what we got. 2,500. Well, look what I found. Exotic birds that don't crap on your car hood. Think fast. Here it comes. On which of these shows would you not see local footage of a wild pink flamingo trying to mate with a plastic pink flamingo? When Africa's animals attack, South America's funniest animals, Australia's funniest home videos, or Asia's craziest pets? It's all you, Player 3. Flamingos are not indigenous to Australia. I've got to be very careful, mate. If that flamingo kicks me in the nuts, I'm going down like a sack of wet potatoes. Get a value. Let's see how much you can win this time. 32.50. This one's called Universal Humor. Okay, now this question is a fill in the blank, so you're going to have to do some typing. I want you to take a look at this alien log recently discovered aboard an abandoned UFO.
This device mimics the audible discharge of gas through the humanoid anus. When sat upon, it makes a loud sound, causing humans to laugh and hold their noses.
Okay, so what's being described here? Player 1, do it! The device that mimics the audible discharge of gas, or in human terms, a fart, is the whoopee cushion.
Zorba, will you have a seat at the control console?
Why do you wish me to have a seat at the control console?
Please, just have a seat.
Buzz in for the value. The value of this question comes to $27.50. May I introduce? His stage name was Stand-Up Bull. Hey kids, it's Howdy Doody time. When would most likely have been the first time that Sitting Bull tried out the hilarious arrow through the head comedy bit? Dollar drink night at the Cherokee Zanies, amateur night at the Sioux Funny Bones, open mic night at the Apache Giggles, or ladies night at the Comanche Comedy Store. It's all yours, Player 1. Besides being an absolute card, my close personal friend Sitting Bull was one of the leaders of the Sioux.
Good evening, ladies and germs. How about that airline food? Is this an audience or an oil painting?
Go ahead and grab an amount. Okay, prepare yourself. Great things are about to happen. You are about to embark upon the attack. Now, you know all about this. Let's not waste any more time. Need a clue? Putting the wacky in wacky neighbor. You know, I thought about getting myself a wacky neighbor for this show, but then I thought, nah, that'd be just too hilarious. Damn, did anyone see that? You guys were possessed. Let's see who owns the final scores. It's player 2. Hey, player 2, you really spanked players 1 and 3 in that game. Unfortunately, they'll just resent you for it when they're older. But of course, by then, they'll have moved out and left you all alone to start their own families. And if you're one of the lucky ones, all you'll be left with is the bitter memory of today's game to remind you that... You don't know Jack!
Are you tired of Italian waiters always pushing the veal?
I'll take the spaghetti.
You should try the veal pizza!
Spaghetti.
Veal!
Spaghetti!
Veal! Well, worry no longer. Thanks to the new book, 1001 Excuses Not to Order the Veal. This handy restaurant companion lists over 1,000 excuses to use when you don't want to order veal. Just listen.
I can't eat veal because I'm from Scandinavia.
I'd order the veal, but it causes my limbs to fall off.
Or come dressed as a calf and try the excuse.
How dare you? I'm not a cannibal.
So order 1001 Excuses Not to Order the Veal and have a pleasant veal-free meal the next time you dine out.
Everybody in gorilla costumes.
Hi, I'm Steel Dakota, president of the National Gun Association, and I'm here to tell you about yet another reason why you need to protect your right to bear arms. Consider this all too familiar scenario.
Come here, Fluffy. Yeah, nice kitty. You're a good kitty cat. Hey, wait, Fluffy, where'd you get that AK-47? Huh? Hey, don't be crazy. Hey, put that down. Wait.
Whether it's a dangerous home invader or a heavily armed house cat, America, protect your rights and protect yourself.
Welcome to VH1's Behind the Song. This week, Black Sabbath.
All right, Iron Man intro auditions, take 1.
All right, just go ahead whenever you're ready.
I am Iron Man.
Again, please?
I am Iron Man.
Okay, thanks. Next.
Hi, I'm Iron Man.
All right, thanks. Next.
I am Iron Man.
Next.
I am Iron Man.
Thank you.
I'm Iron Man. Yeah, that's it. Iron Man.
We'll call you.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, my name is Iron.
Next.
Hi, Wait.
Next.
Hello.
And so it went to the wee hours of the evening.
That's it, man. We're out of people.
I don't know. Maybe we should go instrumental on the beginning.
Excuse me, I'm from the cleaners. I've got your ironing, man.
Wait a minute.
Tune in next week for another episode of VH1's Behind the Song.
Everybody in clown shoes.
He's America's #1 zombie recording artist. He's inspired millions with his words and his voice. And now, available for the first time on compact disc, you can get all of Zombie Lou's greatest hits, including the heartfelt My Brain Done Left Me, Rainy Day Romance, and the unforgettable classic, Rain for the Holidays. You and your loved one will want to listen to this CD again and again as Zombie Lou sings his way into your hearts. Copies are limited, so order now.
Just send $15.95 to the gravestone underneath the old oak tree, St. Peter's Cemetery, New York, New York.
If you'd like to make a call, please wait until you are driving your sports utility vehicle in heavy traffic.
Here at Wackofson and Snurm, we're working for you. We understand that service is what creates customer loyalty, and we're willing to stand on our heads to keep you coming back. In fact, we'll stand on our heads, then do cartwheels. We'll juggle. We'll ride unicycles. We'll ride unicycles while twirling plates on the ends of sticks. Anything to show you that you're number one. We'll wear funny hats. We'll cover ourselves in your choice of delicious ice cream toppings and light our hair on fire. We'll hire you a band. We'll repaint your house. We'll introduce you to Mr. Robert De Niro. We'll have attractive young people of your sexual preference hand feed you grapes and fan you while
Wackofson and Snurm, totally committed to serving you.
If you'd like to make a call, then show me you want that call. Come on, show me how bad you want to make that call, baby. I don't think you really want it. I don't think you want to make that call. Come on now, show it to me. Show me you've got 100%. Show me you're going to put it on the line. Make that call now. Make it.
This week on The Bachelor Chefs, the theme is macaroni and cheese.
I see the Bachelor Chef is preparing his macaroni and cheese using a zesty white cheddar mix.
Yes, and what's this? He only uses half the recommended amount of milk?
Fascinating.
The challenger is seasoning his macaroni and cheese with pepper and a dash of leftover Tabasco sauce.
The smell is extraordinary.
Who will win this battle?
The Bachelor Chef's macaroni and cheese did not boil too long. It is not mushy.
The dish is creamy, but not too rich, or a buttery goop.
The challenger's macaroni and cheese, it is a bit runny, perhaps too much milk.
Yes, he should have allowed it to sit for a few minutes.
Next time on The Bachelor Chefs.
If you'd like to make a call, don't use a cactus. It will sting.